Hey folks, my name is Eric Garland with Success Over Stress. I hope you enjoy these videos. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll get that Discord going as soon as I can so that you can get 5-minute entry signals on tech stocks. Enjoy. What's up, guys? This is Eric with Success Over Stress. I'm in the studio today. I'm looking over NVDA on the 15-minute time frame. I actually wanted to look at it on the 5-minute time frame, and then I got to messing with it, and I figured I'd do the 15-minute time frame. Well, it was tough coming up with a good algorithm for the 15-minute time frame because I really don't like getting in and out at the end of the day. I'm still in that mentality of day trading, not swing trading, not investing, that kind of thing. So instead of not taking on the challenge, I decided to take on the challenge. But what I ended up coming up with was it's actually something pretty cool, which I'm gonna play with a little bit later. But I figured this was just a good time to drop a note to you guys and let you know what I'm up to, and hopefully something else comes of it. You see, I have these blue dots showing up now. I mean, they're placed great. I mean, they are placed great. This one could move up that much. This one could move up that much. This one here, not so much, and this one here, not so much. I think I can get rid of those. This one here, I think is probably placed great, showing that we got a potential move up to, I don't know, 488 or something. But how I came up with it, I used a new function that I hadn't used before, but that I love the idea of, and I just hadn't got around to using it and or learning about it, or in this platform. So it's just the linear regression. So finding out the slope. So you see how this one comes down aggressively at that straight line there. This one comes down aggressively at that straight line. This comes down aggressively at kind of a straight line. So what I did was, over here on the chart, you can see value 6 is the linear regression function. And so I'm looking at the price that I'm looking at is the low over 15 periods. The target for the slope is 0. So it's the current bar, it's the last bar of the target 15 bars. And then so here are just your outputs, and so your outputs have to be declared up here, and then they can be defined down here if you actually want to use them. So I didn't use the angle, I didn't use the value raw, I don't even know what that is, but I did use the intercept, and I used the slope. So this intercept is just saying that I'm using that to say, because the linear regression is like a best fit line. So if you have all these dots up here and up here and up here and up here, that linear regression is going to try to go right through the middle of everything. All right, so that linear intercept, that linear regression intercept, is the last bar because that's our target bar. And so we're saying if the low is below that linear regression line, we should take a chance on it, right? Because that's just saying that the slope is here, so everybody's idea of the trend is here, but it's trading below it. So it's aggressively selling off, if you will. And you know, when you get that aggression like that, there's got to be a bounce. There's got to be a return. Doesn't have to be, but you know. So that's my logic there. All right, so my other conditions here are that the close is less than the open, so that it's a bearish bar, that the simple moving average of the 25 is lower than the simple moving average of the 25 2 bars ago. That just says that the 25 period moving average is going down, which also has been solved by using the linear regression. So I put this up here earlier, but now that I have the linear regression, I can kind of solve that that way as well. So value 8 is the slope. So we know that a slope, positive slope is going up, negative slope is going down. So I want to make sure that the slope is going down. That means that we're buying in a dip. We're buying at demand. We're not sloping up and buying at supply. So value 8 is just saying that the slope is less than -1. All right. Condition 6, that is saying that the exponential moving average of the 9 is greater than the simple moving average of the 9. It's just something I looked at when I saw on here. But so, like I said, the only other thing I might do is identify the swing pivot. So these swing pivot highs here, and that if the price has certain proximity to the swing pivot high, then we don't want to take it. Okay, so this here, and that's not the one. Was there one in there? I know that there's this one here that we're trying to get rid of. And then is there one in there? I feel like there's one in there. No, I don't think there's one in. I've got little lines drawn and everything in there. Gosh darn it! Dang on thing. I'm telling you, I really need a new computer to do this with. This is I'm getting a lot better with it, but computer cannot keep up. Knock on wood, because it's been doing great. I know. I thank you, baby. It's been doing great. All right, so these swing pivot highs here. So let's see, how can we identify this? So there are how many bars on this side? That many, and how many bars on this side? So we got 17 bars on that side. We have approximately 7 bars on that side. The distance from that swing pivot to there is about 4%. So let's say something like value 2 is swing high. So we have instance, price, strength, length. So instance is 1, price is high, strength is, what do we say, 17 bars and 7 bars. So 7 bars, and length. Instance, price, strength, and length. So we go over 15 bars. All right, that should be it. Okay, swing high will be assigned a value 2. So we're going to say that condition 7 equals what percentage proximity did we say? We said about 4%. So if the price, so the price has to be further away than 4%. Okay, so it has to be lower than 4%. So let's say the close is less than the swing high, which is value 2 minus 4%. So that'd be times 96%. You know, so 0.96. Okay, and the close has to be less than that. Okay, all right, that should work. Oh, I didn't put and condition 7. So go down here and put and condition 7. So it should get rid of that one. Yes, it did. Let's see if it got rid of any of the other ones. It should not have, because just visually looking at them, it looked like they were far enough away from the swing highs. Okay, good. So we kept that one. I think there was just maybe 2 more that we wanted to keep. All right, so we kept that one. That's the only one we kept. All right, if we adjust this, we're going to lose. Okay. Because I think that other one came in maybe here, but maybe that swing, maybe the most close swing high was close enough that it put that one out of commission. So we'll just have to stretch this swing high out, which just means that we have to do something different with the value of 2. So like if the value of, so if swing high, okay. So if value 2 equals -1, then we're going to assign value 2 will actually equal value 2 of 1 bar ago. So that's just preventing the swing high from assigning 0 or -1 to value 2, because we always need it to show something. And if it doesn't show anything, then we won't have anything to reference our bar to. So let's do, let's make this a 15 bars. And then we'll make this one 30 bars. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, like I said, I'm getting better at this thing. I am actually excited. You don't know. You don't know. Yeah. Cheer. As my homeboys would say, cheer. You know. All right. Shout out to Jay and Los. All right. Let's see. So this is it. I'm done with this one. I'm done with this one. Yeah. And so what I can do is I can go and I put this in a strategy. So put all these in a strategy. I'll copy it. I will create a strategy. It'll be called 5-minute NVDA. So exclamation mark 5-minute NVDA. Okay. And I've changed my templates. I've gotten a little bit better with my stop loss and my entries, so my automation. So I really need to change this entire template around, but for right now, I'll just do this. And so my stop limit is going to be 1.9% below this, and then we want to go. So if it's 1.9%, we're looking for at least. Let's try to capture this one. So. Let's capture the height from here to here, which is approximately 4%. 1 to 2. I mean, this one here is obviously a lot better range, right? So that's almost 12% to this 2%. So that'll be 1 to 6. But just for the sake of not stopping out here, which as I get better, I can, as this goes up toward the take profit, I can actually make the automation move that stop loss up. But right now, I hadn't done that, so I'm going to stick with what I'm doing right now. I just learned another 1 or 2 things today, so just a little bit at a time, so it's not get overwhelmed. Okay, so let's see. Our stop loss is going to be 2%. We're going to take profit around 4%. Alright, so like I said, all this is pretty much null and valid based on the new information that I have that I've learned. So I would do something like that, exit that out. So if all those conditions met, then begin buy at the next market. If counters, then begin. We're going to do stop loss share, and this just says that we're I'm pretty sure it's stop loss share. Oh, the winds are picking up outside. Good gracious. Alright, so I need to actually look this back up and make sure I've got the right thing here. Stop loss share. Stop loss. Stop share. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up this other strategy and see what I put in it. By the cover, so that I was shorting that. Alright, so it's not there. Let's open up another strategy. Alright, so we have another strategy. Did I do another decent one? Let's try this one. Nah, that one's no good. Can't think of the last one that I made that was good. Was it the one on Apple? 5 minutes. Apple under VWAP. I think that one was good. So I put a lot of the new stuff in there that I like. Yeah, that's this one. What is the? All right, let me go over here to. Stop. Because what you're trying to define is you're trying to tell it that you want to do a stop loss, and then you're telling it that you're doing a stop loss. Okay, set stop loss. Then you're telling it that you're doing what you want the stop loss amount to be. So it's set stop loss. Set stop loss. Okay. Amount. The amount is going to be 4%, 2% of the open price. So average entry price times, so 2%, 0.02. Yeah. All right. And then it's got to be like set stop share, and that tells the stop loss that amount is for every share, not for your account position. So set stop share. Yeah, there we go. All right. And I think that goes first. I don't know that it matters, but we're talking about logic, probably does. And then as far as the set stop, the target profit, was it set target or set profit? Set profit target. Okay, and then that's going to be 4%. So that's going to be average entry price, which is just saying the price that you got in at times 0.04. So again, this is going to be a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, which obviously that's not here on the grand scheme of things. On the grand scheme of things, that risk to that reward is much better than 1 to 2. But I'm looking here. If you see that dip down there, that might cross below that 2% range also, right? So again, in the grand scheme of things, you might do something like a, it should be more like a 1 to 5. Maybe, let's just do that. Let's do 1 to 5. So we get boom, we'll get boom, we'll lose that one, but we'll make so much money on these 1 to 5s that it don't matter. All right, so 5 times 2% is what? 10%. All right, so then we'll end. And then we'll verify that. Man, I am getting much better because like I can verify that and there's no errors screaming at me. So I mean that's awesome. All right, so now we're going to go to studies. We're going to add strategy and strategy components. Doing the 5-minute NVDA. I didn't put a date on that. Sure didn't. I need to go back and put 8/6 on that. All right, so did we come up with any entries? Didn't come up with any entries. I've been having a little bit of trouble with my strategies these days, because what happens is you have to have the right settings on both on 2 areas in the system, and if you don't have them both in the same place saying the same number, then it won't work for you. And I don't know why that is. So that I said, excuse me, I set that on 1,000. I'm gonna go back and set this on 1,000, and then I need to go move my car because it was about to storm outside. All right. Maximum number of bars is stable reference. I'm gonna say 1,000 there. Fixed shares contracts. I thought I could do it on 10,000. So I'm using a $50,000 account. All right, so I wanted to use like a lot of the account, so $35,000 at a time. And actually, if you're using leverage, then that's not all the account that you're using, right? Okay, so here it did. It bought 90, it bought 86, and it bought 79. And it just, I see. It adjusted the number that it bought according to that the price is going up. So then it can't afford 90. When it gets up here, its price is higher, so it can't afford 90. It affords 86. Here it affords 76, down 79. I mean, I love the idea that you can do the strategy optimization report and it automatically does that stuff. It does the math. I mean, it shows you where you're at. It's, man, this is where it's at here. This is where, to me, this is where it's at. So, all right, looks like we lost a lot of money. I mean, okay, so here, what is this first one? Oh, it must have been another one earlier on that we didn't see. So, back on May 30th, there was a purchase there, and that first purchase was a whopping $700 loser. And then we got these two here. So no, yeah, that's the first there. Why does that one get stopped out? That one should be a winner. That one should be a winner. That's a loser. And then that one's open. Winner, winner, loser, open. So we got loser, winner. Okay, we need to stretch this stop loss so that we capture this guy for sure. Why did it get stopped out right there? Oh, it got stopped out right here because our entry was up here. It wasn't down here. All right, so we're just going to stretch that down a little bit lower. I thought that 1.99 captured this distance under here, but looks like it didn't. So let's go 1.99 instead of that 2%. Let's go 2.5%. Is that right? Is that how you do that? Yeah. Did it change our performance? Yeah, put us in the hole more. It still stopped out on that one. Why did it stop out on this one? Oh, because it did capture down here. That's what I was telling you about. I was kind of trying to warn about this one down here. So it did capture that one down there. But if I go down lower, I mean, we will capture the move up, right? But again, now the higher that we're going, now instead of being a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio, now it's more like a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So now we're at 3% stop loss, and we're at a 10% gain is what we're looking at. Is that still what's going on at 3%? Man. I mean, it's at the very tip of it, though. It's at the very tip. So, I mean, sheesh. Now we're getting close to, we're getting closer to like a 1 to 2.5% risk to reward versus, yeah, there we go. All right, so we made that first one. The second one is a go, and then the third one was stopped out. And then the fourth one we're currently still in on. Yeah, something like that. Now, could we stretch out our profit anymore? We could, but again, like I said, this is where it comes into play, where if or when I get to the point where I'm adjusting those stops, it wouldn't make as much of a deal because I might take off 50% as it moves up here. So what are we saying? This is a 10% take profit. So when it moves up to the 50% or the 5% take profit margin, we might go ahead and take off 5%. Or when we get to the 10%, we might take off half the number of shares. And I'm gonna play around with that a little bit here tonight. So here we take off half the number of shares, and then what would you do? Would you move your stop loss at that point up to the 50% mark, and then have your target profit moved up to the 12% mark? You know, so I mean, that's the execution piece that I'm not sharp on right now. All right, but it looks like we do have a little bit more room to move up our profit target. So for the sake of the fact that we moved up our stop loss, we're going to move this up too. So instead of a 10% take profit, we're going to see if we can eke out a 13% profit margin without it failing on us. And we did. We made it. This guy here, it doesn't have any more. There's no more room left on that, right? So we couldn't take that any higher. And then this guy here could go higher, but you know, that's not what we're trying to do right now. Okay, all right, so stopped out there, bought here, we're in the trade, so we're should be up on that, but right now we're $8,000 to the good, $7,800, and that is over the course of 5 months. No, since March. Since March, about 3 months. 5 months. Yeah, what am I doing? 5 months. Let's look at the trade analysis report. That'll show us the periodic return performance. All right, so we're up 8,000% on a, $8,000 on a $50,000 account. So we're up 20%, 17% on our account, 75% profitable. Ooh, that wind is blowing too. All right, I've got to go move my car. So guys, I appreciate you for hanging out with me. It's been about 26 minutes, and we put together a pretty good algorithm here, as well as it's on the 15-minute chart, which I don't code anything on the 15-minute chart just because there's other subtleties going on. You know, that's not really like intraday trading, day trading related, because I don't swing trade unless I'm bag holding. So but this is good though. This is good. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll holler at you later. Peace. If I can find the stop button. Where's the stop button? Stop button. Yeah.